unfortunately, is a very, very talented fighter. She hasn't been picked up by any major promoter, probably because she doesn't have the right last name. She's not a Playboy bunny. She's just a real tough fighter, and that's not where the money is today.
Is how do you get the product out there? Do you do it by presenting a good product, or do you go for shtick? And right now, women's boxing, the ones making money, it's a sideshow. It's not the best fighters fighting each other. And men's boxing 100, 120 years ago, if you were a good black fighter, but you weren't considered marketable, you couldn't get fights. Certainly you couldn't fight for a title. And Veronica, well, let's put it this way. We should make sure it's incumbent on the media to follow fighters who we find interesting and think have a chance to be good and are quality fighters, and not just fighters who show up in Playboy or who have famous fathers. You can cover them all, but you also have to cover the fighters who are quality fighters, who are good fighters.
Is she the best female fighter you've ever seen?
She's the one, I'll tell you the truth, when I first watched her, I felt fought the most like a man, which is, I guess, a compliment right now because it's a fledgling sport of female boxing. She hit with real power. Now, look, who knows how she's going to respond the first time she has a real test. Her record, it looks great, amateur record for a female fighter. Now she's 1-0 with a first-round knockout. Who knows how she'll respond? She could fall flat. You can't tell. But she deserves the opportunity to try to show what she has, because certainly, based on what you see, she's as good as anyone that I've seen. No, LAILA Ali would never fight her. I made a comment like that because you're the name in the division. You are a novice right now. You don't have to take those kind of risks to make money. Is a fighter like Veronica Simmons, or those tough fighters that usually don't get the shots, are those the fighters that you're prepared eventually, not in the next year or 6 months, but eventually to meet down the road? You want to take on all comers like your dad did?
Well, what you said was that I couldn't touch her. What you said made me want to touch you. I'm just joking. No, I don't know much about Veronica Simmons. I have never seen Veronica Simmons fight. I've heard about her. I've heard that she's a very good fighter, that she's a very seasoned amateur, like she has 5 or so titles. So that's not even somebody I would compare myself to. I mean, people hear me talking about knocking people out all the time. I'm talking about people that are on the level that I'm on. I've only had 7 fights. I have no amateur career. I would never put myself in a position to be saying that I'm better than this person, that person, that person. Now, the fighter, of course, there's some girls out there now that I see that a lot of people I see could beat me, or I would never fight. I would fight them now if it was up to me. But, of course, I have management, and there's no reason for me to be fighting those girls now because I don't have anything to prove. I'm not getting paid anymore to fight them. It doesn't matter to the public because nobody knows who they are. So to make the best of it, I'm saying I need to develop myself as a fighter.
But eventually
of course. That's my word. I'm saying I'm going to fight these girls. That's why I'm not really concerned about what everyone says, because these people are going to have to see me eventually, and we're going to see what it's really all about.
I'm glad you get it.
Watch her combinations. She threw her combinations perfectly. Look at the right hand.
Each one landed.
Each one landed. Look at the right hand.
Well, that one really
Beautiful
shook her up.
combinations there.
And she knew how to finish with another solid
Yeah, she
right.
did.
Simmons gave a look there like, here it comes. Ooh, look at that.
I mean, that's what she was doing. Like I said, if you're in perfect position like that, you can counter very good. And that's what she was doing. She was basically countering Brower's left jab with her right hand. And Brower never saw a lot of those right hands coming.